This is the Hazardous Hooligan, and you might notice something different about my hair, and that's because I've been getting into some really cool masks that I couldn't have gigantic hair with, and when I wore a balaclava with them, it made them all look a little weird. And you might know what type of masks I'm referring to. Those are silicone masks. I actually have a little collection of them, so the next few videos will probably be silicone mask videos, because I really haven't seen that many silicone mask videos for certain ones. Like, there's none on this mask, the Killowatt mask from Immortal masks. Very few in-depth reviews on him and some of the other silicone masks I have. So I thought I would, provide those videos because, when you spend this much money on a mask, you might want to see in very close up, like, what you're getting yourself into. And that's what I'm going to do in this video. Let's get right into it. As I said in the beginning of the video, this is the Killowatt mask from Immortal masks, and this specific color is the stealth color. It looks like it's actually metal, but it is solid silicone. There's no foam or anything in it, and this is not plastic. All of it is silicone except for the eyes right here. Those are just plastic. The teeth are also acrylic. But before I go too depth into the mask, this head form is from CFX. That's where I get most of my stands from, at least for my full head silicone masks, because I just think they fit the masks really good. Also, their shipping time is really good as well. But let's get right into the mask. So this is the Immortal masks kind of thing they do, and they have this mesh material that goes, it's called power mesh. It goes all the way around the mask, unlike other companies where they just put it around the mouth, ears, and eyes, where all the points of stress would be. This just provides a really nice strength to the masks, and they can keep it really thin without risk of it tearing, unless you're like really rough with the mask. If you're gentle with them, they won't rip or anything like that, and they'll really last for a long time because of this power mesh there. Another thing to note is these teeth are all silicone glued, so they're going to stay in the mask again, unless you really try to rip them out. But these eyes, they're not glued in at all, so you can change the batteries. And this version is the remote controlled one, so you can change all the colors. And I'll actually show a video on screen in a little bit. But first I'm going to show you this. And see, you can change the LED batteries on the back, and you have that, and it just slips back in like that. And it's actually a really cool way, so you don't need a heavy battery pack or anything like that in there. You can just kind of, these won't fall out or anything like that, so you can just kind of, change the battery and put it back in case it dies during your haunt or anything like that. But this mask is really heavy because it is solid silicone. But these lights, they're fairly light, so that doesn't add. It's just all the silicone in the back, so it's pretty top heavy. But when you're wearing it, you don't really notice that unless you put your head in any direction too far. So right here we have the red setting. There's also a bunch of different specialty settings, like the flash, if I can get it to work. Oh, there we go. There's the flash, which just rotates through all the colors. There's the strobe, and now it's on blue. Right here, there's a blue strobe. There's a fade, so it goes through all the different colors, like RGB. And then here we have a smooth transition. But now just on the colors, we have white. We have red, as I showed previously. We have green, blue, orange, another green. It's like a more teal green. We have purple, a yellow, another blue. That's more of a teal blue. Looks like a solid teal. There's a magenta. We have a yellow, but it looks like a warm white with these. Another blue, and another magenta-y purple one. The amount of different colors you can get is really impressive, and I really like that about this mask. And if you are looking to get this type of LEDs, it is $150 extra. But if you just want regular LEDs, that is $100 extra. And if you want none, it's just total of $800. So it's a pretty reasonable priced mask for what you get. I definitely think that's a really good price for him, especially with the amount of silicone you get and just the quality of these masks. Now, there is a ton of different paint jobs you can get as well. I'll put a link to them in the description so you can see all of those for yourself. And they have a bunch of different pictures of those masks as well. But this is the stealth version, as I said before. And if you do want to have like a custom paint job, like you could even get him painted as a clown or something like that, if you really wanted to. And that would just be $85 extra, which is a pretty good price for a custom paint job. Now, I would suggest taking off any glasses, accessories, jewelry, because you just don't want the mask to get ripped, especially if you have rings or bracelets on that are sharp, because it could rip the silicone. And this might be a little bit of a hard mask to get on because of all the silicone. As you can see, the bib just kind of flips up because you're meant to kind of pull this down when you get it on. So I can just kind of demonstrate. You want to put your hands in like this, cup it, and then pull out, and then use your thumbs to kind of guard that. And then you always want to start at the back of your head first, and then slide it all the way down until you get to the chin area. And then after that, you can adjust it depending. And my mic is probably all crazy right now because it's hitting the silicone bib. So I'm going to move that real quick. Let's see. And I'll put it on the outside of this bib right here. So, as you can see, it's all on, and you might want to adjust some of the things. You don't want to pull on any of the eye areas. If your mask has ear holes, this mask does not have any ear holes. You can only, the only holes it has is the eyes and the mouth. But if there is any ear holes on your mask, you don't want to pull on that. You don't want to pull down on this. You actually, if you're going to move this, you want to push it up or sideways so it really gets a good fit. But it's pretty well on, and you can actually see me talking. So because this is a pretty thick mask, you might not get as good movement out of this mask as you would with a thinner one, because you see there's a lot of silicone around this jaw area. But if you really open your mouth and move it around, you can still get the same level of movement. Just with talking, it's not going to be as well. But you can get the side to side, all the really cool parts about silicone masks that you don't get from latex masks. And this one's actually really comfortable. It is kind of heavy on the up and down, side to side kind of movements, but it is fairly comfortable. It's surprisingly light once you actually get it on. You are a little top heavy, but it's a lot lighter than it is just holding it, which I think is kind of funny. But now let's get into the costume demo. If you do like this mask, I totally suggest you get it if you're in the market for some really cool silicone masks. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I really enjoy reading them, and I'll see you in the next video.